I want to talk to you about USAA $100,000 personal loan, how to apply with a 600 FICO score, minimum 600, and get approved the first time around. Okay, don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the USAA $100,000 personal loan, how to apply with a minimum FICO score of 600 and get approved the first time around. Now, some people expect to be approved at USAA because they have been a member for X number of years or they think they have a good credit score. Newsflash. USAA, and all lenders for that matter, don't just look at scores, okay? So throw that thought into the ash can of credit history, please. Lenders, including USAA, look at your FICO, of course, but they also peek into your income, debt to income ratio, credit utilization ratio, time at job, time at address, etc. So you all need to know how to work your credit profile in your favor before you begin applying and successfully getting approvals from USAA, but also other lenders. So let me elaborate here. The first thing you do is you need to understand the loan facts. So there is no soft pull for USAA loans, so you better be ready before applying, okay? They're doing a hard pull right away. We're looking at $2,500 to $100,000, that's the range. And you can use the money to take charge of your bills. You can do home improvements, remodels and repairs, or even take care of unplanned expenses, okay? And what we love with USAA is that they give you the flexibility. One thing you can never do is to use the loan for higher education. They don't offer those kind of loans, okay? And the loan here is unsecured. You don't have to pledge any collateral or anything, okay? And USAA Bank does not offer a debt consolidation loan per se, but the thing here is that you can take the money yourself, and you can take the cash into your bank account and then use that cash to repay your loans. All right. But they're not doing a debt consolidation. In other words, you're not sending the check or a wire transfer to another institution on your behalf. They don't do that. How does the whole thing work? So you apply online, you learn your rate. If you're approved, in most cases, they will show you your rate right away and you get your money. So you receive funds in your USAA bank accounts as soon as 24 hours after loan closing. So they're really fast with that, okay? And one thing I need to say is that they have a tier system in place. So financing for 12 to 36 months term requires a loan amount of $2,500 or greater. Financing for 48-month term length requires a loan amount of $5,000 or greater. Financing for 60-month terms require a loan amount of $10,000 or greater. Financing for 72-month terms required a loan amount of $15,000 or greater. Financing for 84-month terms required a loan amount of $20,000 or greater, okay? And applications for loan terms longer than 60 months must meet higher credit and risk standards than application for loan terms under 60 months. So if you're looking for 5 years or less, they are flexible. If you're looking for more than 5 years, you better have a good credit score. Okay, this is important. So the first thing is you need to familiarize yourself with the loan facts. Number two, you want to check your FICO score. It's important, folks. It's important because the requirements at USAA Bank is a credit score of 600 minimum. So you want to check that you have the proper APR. Very important. Remember that the APR that you are given and the loan amount that you qualify for will totally depend on your FICO score as well as your monetary assets. Whatever deposits you have at USAA Bank, whatever cash you have in your checking accounts, in your savings accounts, in your IRAs, in your investment accounts, the strength of your relationship with USAA. So you want to check your FICO. So you want to check your FICO. You want to go to annualcreditreport.com. We've already said that. You can sign up for Credit Karma, CreditWise, Wallet Hub, Experian, okay, and even NerdWallet. And speaking of Experian actually, they will use your FICO score model, and they will give you, there is a free version of the Experian credit monitoring. Okay, so you can actually have a fairly accurate of your credit profile. And we love the fact that Experian's free credit works option includes credit report access, credit score access, credit change alerts. You can fix mistakes in your credit report. You can remove derogatory items, if any. And so one thing you want to do here is you want to check your FICO score 3 to 6 months before applying for a USAA personal loan personal loan. The reason why you do this is that you actually have a chance to clean up your act. You have a chance to fix whatever issues are in your FICO score before applying per se, okay? And you can increase your chances of being approved. Now, the minimum FICO is 600, but if you can have 650 or 700, that's even better, right? Because USAA will grant you a loan based on your creditworthiness, but also on other financial information about you. So the higher your credit score, the better. One thing I also want to say is that if you sign up for Credit Karma, Wallet Hub, CreditWise, Experian, NerdWallet, those FICO service providers, they are free of charge. They're not charging you anything. All you have to give them is your info. And sometimes they will serve you ads. They will serve you targeted ads about credit card offers or loan offers, but that's what it is, okay? They're not charging you anything. You don't have to provide a credit card number unless you want to go with the Experian paid Credit Works option. Then you get more data, more information, okay? Step number 3, folks, you need to check your eligibility. It's very important. We are still having a conversation about how to apply for and get approved for the USAA $100,000 personal loan, even if you have a FICO score of 600. So the $100,000 is the maximum loan amount, folks, okay? First of all, you need to have USAA membership. So you need to be affiliated with the military, either professionally or biologically or geographically, okay? So if you have those, unlike PenFed and Navy Fed, you need to have military affiliation to qualify for USAA membership. So please check you want to check in your family or check around if you qualify. Or you can even call USAA and ask them. In terms of income, they want you to have $18,000 at least. That's gross income per year. That's pre-tax. And evidence of income may include recent tax returns, monthly bank statements, pay stubs, and sent letters from employers. Self-employed applicants can provide tax returns or bank deposits. And even better, if you have a bank account with USAA Bank and you have direct deposit with them, that's even fantastic because they can see your cash inflows and cash outflows. And they want you to have a DTI of 35 to 40%. That's maximum, okay? DTI stands for debt to income ratio. This is a percentage of, this is actually a percentage that represents the portion of your gross monthly income that goes towards your monthly debt service. Okay, so USAA will look at your DTI to predict your ability to make payments on new and current debts. So for that reason, a DTI less than 36 to 35% is ideal, okay? They will also pay attention to your credit utilization ratio. So for USAA, this is very important. They want to see whether you, again, here you want to have a low number. The lower, the better. If you are around 30%, 35% on all your, if you have credit utilization of 30%, or 35% on all your revolving lines of credit, this is just great. Wonderful. And USAA will also check your payment history. So this goes hand in hand with your overall credit score, okay? And so your payment history will carry the most weight when it comes to determining your score, right? It actually makes up 35% of your FICO score. So you want to pay attention to that. And in some cases, USAA will also look at the time at job. How long have you been working at your current employer? For them, the longer the better, because the longer means that what? They are stable with you. You have a stable job history. You're not jumping off, you're not really leaving work every 3 months and just shopping, like doing some work shopping. No, you are solid. You've been in the same place for 10 years, so, or 5 years or 3 years, whatever. So they will look at that as well. Let's talk about the documents. There are some documents that USAA wants to see from you to be able to approve you, okay? So when it's time to formally apply for a personal loan at USAA, they will ask you a number of documents, and they need to confirm everything from your identity to your residence and employment. So first, the loan application. So the loan application is the formal documents that USAA will require from you, and you need to complete that and sign before you start the the underwriting process. And you can do this online, you can do this over the phone, or you can do this at a physical branch. It's totally up to you. Okay. The format of the loan application will also vary depending on the loan amount that you are seeking. Okay. And so they will ask proof of identity. So we're talking about driver's license, other state issued ID, your passport, your certificate of citizenship, your birth certificate, your military ID. They might ask for employer and income verification. So here you can satisfy those requirements by furnishing your pay stubs, your returns, okay, tax returns, your 1060, your 1040, or if you have a side gig, you might provide your 1065 or 1120S or 1120C. That's on the business returns, okay, and or your W-2s and 1099s, your bank statements, your employer contact information, okay. One thing you need to understand is that USAA might actually contact your company to verify your employment and your job history, and also your paycheck in some cases. Even though if you have direct deposit with USAA, they don't need to verify your employment. They see it already. They can see whatever you're making every month or every 2 weeks. So you also need to prove address. So in addition to confirming your employment, USAA wants to know that you have a stable living situation. So this may involve providing proof of your address, including a recent utility bill, a copy of your lease or other rental agreement, voter registration card or proof of home, rental or auto insurance that lists your address. Okay, so this is really what it is. So this is how you qualify for this $100,000 personal loan from USAA, even if you have a FICO score that starts at 600, 600 minimum. Okay, so make sure that you think about the loan application itself. Make sure that all the information is accurate on the loan application. You must provide proof of identity. You must provide employer and income verification. And you must provide proof of address. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome 100K Show. We're also having a conversation about how to apply for and get approved for a $100,000 personal loan from USAA. Remember that when we say $100,000, that's the maximum loan amount, and the minimum is $2,500. Okay, and the importance of banking with USAA is it's important. Let me say it this way. So you need to establish an NPR with USAA. So when we talk about establishing an NPR, we're speaking about having a multi-product relationship with the institution. And USAA is a colossus in the financial industry, and they offer a lot of services, and they even offer insurance products. So what you want to do is you want to solidify your relationship with them before applying. So the stronger your relationship with them, the better your chances when it comes to being approved. Okay, I'm not saying there's a one-to-one correlation here, but it really helps. So first, you want to open a checking account with USAA, and you can see on the screen that they have multiple options for checking accounts. So you just have to choose the one that works for you and open a checking account. That's the minimum. You need to have a checking account. Then you need to also open a savings account, because that will help you actually balance your financial life. You can have some cash saved on the side, okay? And USAA offers great APYs, very competitive ones, annual percentage yields. And so at a minimum, you want to open a checking and a saving account. And if you have some cash on the side and you want to actually, let's say, buttress your financial life, your financial situation, you can also open a CD, a certificate of deposits with USAA, and they do have great APYs and great terms: 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. You also might want to check out their IRAs. They have individual retirement accounts. Okay, I'm not saying you have to open an IRA with them, but I'm just saying, if you are in that market, if you need that sort of product, it could be nice to look into what USAA has to offer. They also offer insurance products. So you can see on the screen the constellation of insurance policies that they actually offer. And I'm sure you can get like renter's insurance or life insurance or whatever. So this could be interesting. And they also offer investing services, okay, brokerage accounts and all that kind of stuff. So here you have it. You have all the tools that you need, all the products that you need to establish a multi-product relationship with USAA. Next, you want to do a soft pull. Basically, USAA does not offer soft pulls on its website. So you need to do your own soft pull, your own quote unquote soft pull, and you do this at the branch. So you want to call a service rep, or you want to go to a branch and ask questions. What I'm trying to say here is you want to gather intel on your own. You want to know exactly what you could qualify for before applying. Okay, you can ask, how much can I possibly qualify for based on my FICO and other financial information. And this is very easy to do because they have very friendly customer service reps who will give you all the answers, especially when you're asking for a loan. And make sure you're speaking to someone in the loan department, because they know better than just the regular customer service rep, but they're very friendly, they're very professional there. And the bottom line here is you want to get intel from the rep. You want to know how much you should borrow based on your financial situation, based on your FICO score, okay? And how long will it take to get the money? Usually with USAA, it takes about 1 to 3 business days. If you have all the paperwork, if you have all the proof that is needed, they should be able to fund you ASAP. Okay, and you also need to think about the requirements for the loan. So what do you need to take out a loan from USAA? Okay, and it's important to understand that you also might want to have some information about the interest rate on the loan. How does the loan repayment work with USAA? This is important. And what is the term of the loan? Obviously, you need to have in mind a certain term. You need to have in mind a certain tenor first. Is it 4 years? Is it 5 years? Is it 6 years? Is it 3 years? And then the USAA will see what really works for them as well. It has to be a win-win situation. And you want to ask them also if there are any fees. Obviously, USAA doesn't publish all information about a loan on their website. This is why you need to get into the process itself to know what really goes on. So we call this section doing a soft pull, and this is important because you're going to protect your credit score from dinging, because you're not getting a hard pull. You're asking all the questions that are needed before applying, and maybe you might walk away because the terms and conditions might not be suitable for you at this moment. So at least you have the info. It's all about information. Remember, information is power. And if you're trying to be unstoppable, you're trying to get the loan that you need, you're trying to do the things that you need to do, you need to get information. Step number 7, you need to apply. Okay, so we are speaking about a $100,000 personal loan from USAA, and how to apply if you have a FICO score of 600 minimum and you want to be approved the first time around. So you want to apply. And our preference on this show is to apply at a branch or over the phone or online if you're okay with that. Okay, if you're okay with applying online, go ahead and do it. But preferably you want to apply at a branch after asking all questions and handing your application form to a live person, to a human being. All right, that's what you want to do. And please review your paperwork one last time before applying. And I'm talking here about your tax return. Pay attention to make sure that the information reported on your tax return is in sync with the information that you're reporting on your business, on your loan application. This is a personal loan, not a business loan. So the info that you have on your tax return matches what you have on your business, on your personal loan application. You want to pay attention to your pay information, your 1099s, your W-2s. Those are important. Your bank statements, your financial statements. And remember that if you are rejected, do not panic. There is stuff you can do. Even if USAA rejects you the first time around, because you never know. There might be something, there might be some closets, there might be some skeleton in your closets that you need to take care of first before applying. That's fine. One thing you need to do you definitely want to ask them for the specific reason your application was rejected. They'll let you know anyway. Okay? You want to review your loan application for mistakes or inaccuracies. You want to improve your credit score by paying down your current outstanding debts. You want to wait for 3 or 6 more months so that you can lengthen your relationship with USAA. You want to check for mistakes on your credit report. Yes, mistakes can actually can actually doom your chances of being approved. You never know. You want to increase your income. Okay, and if USAA is not the lender that you need, well, guess what? You have options. You can compare lender requirements, or you can apply for smaller loan amounts. Yeah, let's say you want to apply for $50,000 and they rejected you for $50,000. Well, ask the lender if you can apply for $25,000. This is why I was telling you earlier that you want to do a soft pull by going to the branch or by talking to someone over the phone and asking all the questions before applying. And in some cases, you might want to consider using a co-signer. If you have a co-signer that has a stellar credit, this could boost your chances of being approved. Okay, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about the USAA $100,000 personal loan, how to apply for and get approved the first time around, even if you have a FICO score that starts at 600. So you want to understand the loan facts. You want to check your FICO score. You need to check your eligibility, the documents that are needed. You need to establish a banking relationship with USAA. You want to do a soft pull at a branch or over the phone, and you want to apply. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.